Is Diana Turkin. Diana was born and raised in Los Angeles, California. We won't hold that against her. She is currently working on her MFA degree in poetry at Mills College. She likes to write about railroad barons, cowboys, and Californians. That sounds awesome. She's a cable news junkie, a basketball fanatic, and makes her own biscuits from scratch. Wow. She lives and works in Oakland. Biscuits. Please help me welcome Diana Turkin.
Okay, there we go. Those stairs are terrifying, by the way. So this first poem is called Virginia Reed Finds Her Hands, and it's about the Donner Party. It was cold on the ground, and it crept into our bones while we slept, snuck into the hollows of our femurs laid against the rock. Snow ate the marrow from the inside, settled like a house cat. We looked at the sky like a slate, hard and white, hand drooping along the smooth surface of stone. The eye forgets the word for snow. My mother has turned hollow sack of unnamed sensations. The wind pulls at her limbs, her head snapped almost clean off. Her head is nodding in the wind. We are agreeable, have been bowed like some trees. My hands repeat themselves. My feet have turned, palms up. My eyes, my lips, hands, palms up. Snow follows through them. The skin, mesh over bone, a begging cup. A strange man sleeps in the corner of the clearing, his left eye a still pool of milk, not of this family. He eyes my back like a clear, dry pass, a break in the storm, while his limbs slowly petrify and leave. My eyes burrow through the snow. My body will follow, unrecognized. This next one is Leland Stanford. Oh, thanks. This one is Leland Stanford Surveys the Land. I lay a lie on the land. I section off an angle, a monad, a box. I make with my hands a ladder leading earth to earth. The distance behind you, umbilical, a baited line. The horizon is a gasping mouth, all lips, no teeth. This is the way to build a railroad. Each man is my hand, and my hands have many faces. There is an open box on the land. The shade of the dirt is dull yellow with scattered pebbles, gray or yellow-gray. The shade of the dirt outside is the same. I frame the crucial parts. Only I see the potential in the flatness. And then it takes the spike. I have many eyes of iron ore. I build the body that would absorb a new speed. They make words for moments like this. When the traveling gray smoke collides with the strike and sweat of will, what we have made larger will be small once more. I am reinventing the distance between coasts. And this one is called Hellstar. I am blasting at mountains because I could never hit a woman. In my fist I hold solid packed gold, but I grab for you in the dark and find soft skin, a whiteness that glows like the moon. The water answers a sharp pitch. Rocks fall flat like streams, then roots, then dust. Water follows, being just that. Some things call for dynamite, and for some my hand has a name and creeps towards permission. When it is not allowed by geography or law, the hand finds a point to sharpen towards. I accuse the mountain, for it cannot reply. I imagine it must be a relief to fall away around the load like linen. I fill my pockets to wade in the river and float with the weight of fortune, despite which my foot leaves no mark. When you raid a mountain, you must tiptoe away, lest the coon or the fox come find you. I require a certain softness, but I demand a prolonged roar in the bar, so the returning is a slow stagger uphill, a measured defiance of gravity, an old hound's hunt for home. I could break the rock, for I was sprung from the earth in a knot, but I could never strike a woman. This one is called Mountains. The top is taken apart at high speed, an attempt at counting particles. The cloud dissipates into your open mouth. I am faster than wind. I start at a point, a singularity. From a safe distance, it is a mountain. I am scooping out silver with bare hands when it is so soft, so near the surface. Is it work? Is it? Is it a mine if we could dig with our toes? There is more to carry than a child's armload of shine. Our treasure wrapped in verdant nests and mud, we build beams to support the weight of a hollow mountain. We name the ridge after it's blown. There goes old Tom. George is lying in the riverbed. He's done lost his head. This is a common joke. We stain our sandwich bread with silver flecks. My liver is a gilded trophy. My lungs ring in a strong wind. The bird in my chest, a small, rattling body. We've named this last one Charlie, a rounded ghost of a mountain. The ceiling will not hold. We are the only ones who laid the wood. The mountain is empty, is still stronger. The need to collapse through a space. Round the thickest beams is still a need. Dirt is a muffling of air. Rock, weed, root, waiting above our heads, finding wind in place of ground. And this last one is called Canopy. In the years after our migration, I have forgotten the names for the trees, the natural direction of rivers. I do the washing in still water. They call it a valley, for it is rimmed in timber. We tape dried petals to the insides of books, tuck weeds into our hair. You will not blame me for having tubers in my womb, and room for little else. The flower absorbs the water, the mash takes the milk. We wait in the still heat of the kitchen. Through a series of measured risings and quick punching down, I make the day's bread. The men come home, smelling of sweat and iron ore, bronze ore. Silver is loose enough to be removed with a shovel. A gilded hand should be a reward, a compliment. A handprint is a mark, even in precious metal. The backs of your knees are white, the base of the spine, your gums. I take 2 halves of a man to bed, and both sleep through the night. On Sundays, we bathe in the afternoon, and I bring home my bride to a kitchen warm with bacon fat. We cross the threshold of cooked meat. I always smell like gardenia. Crushing the flower in my palms, I pray to the god of mulch. Petals rolling in my hand like so much dough, shedding perfume like sweat. The scraps I roll into your tobacco to stir some life into your breath. I do not value the rocks or the load. I play at small sips of whiskey to return a favor. Commanding no weight, I pray to the windless air, the flattened valley. Thank you.